The question that came to my mind is, how do we know when we're on the right path or not? The truth is, I don't know if we do know. It's something we just figure out and we just roll with, and we just decide if this is something that we want to continue doing or if we want to shift, pivot, change our career path, do something different. It's just something you learn as you go. I love the field that I'm in. I wish it paid more. And that's just something that I'm entirely truthful about. And I'm pretty sure most people in this field can say the same, especially with the cost of living and how expensive everything is today. Is we need to be compensated properly. And this is not just for the field that I'm in, but for most opportunities. And it makes you think, am I in the right field? Is what I'm doing going to serve me later in life? I love the impact that I make. I see the possibility, and this is which is why I'm staying committed. I'm in school. I'm going to get licensed. I really care about this. But the other part of me is very focused on building my own business because at the end of the day, I want to work for myself. I know what I bring to the table. I know how hard I work, and I'm not mentally fit to work for someone for the rest of my life. That's just where I'm at. And that's okay. There is a lot of uncertainty in today's life, but the most important thing is just to have faith that somehow, some way, it's gonna get all figured out. I don't know what the future looks like. I can plan. I can plan for the next couple of years, 2, 3 years, which is great. But tomorrow's not promised. We don't know what's gonna happen. So, this is where having faith comes in and truly believing that you are stronger than you think you are, and whatever comes your way, you are strong enough to figure it out. Just like having a conversation. We don't need to overthink. We are able to think on our feet and can talk and work our way through it. It's just something where some people have it and some people don't. And this is a blessing. This is a really good thing overall, is to be able to be in that mind state of, if something's not serving me, then I have to go into the other direction. And one thing that's really worked for me is just making a pros and cons, just putting it on paper and looking at it from that standpoint with no feelings attached. In the last year or two, I've made a lot of decisions just doing that, just making a pros and cons list. It sounded good, but there were more cons than pros. And I decided not to, and that's how I made my decisions with a couple of things. And they're definitely heart and how you feel, emotion, there's all that matters as well. And why am I talking about this? Because I know deep down that most everybody has something in their heart that they want to go after, they want to pursue. But we're so often fueled by fear that we're not going to be able to figure it out, that we can't start because of our current situation, that we don't ever get started, and we don't see how strong we actually are and what God has in store for us. And this is not to say that I'm in any place where I can predict the next few years, but what I would say is that, if something is there, if it's eating at you, you see yourself, you want to make at least six figures, and you don't know if you can, but you feel like you can, go for it anyway. What do you have to lose? You'll be amazed when you get there. And you know what? You have the receipts to prove it because you're a hard worker. We put what we have in front of us and we take care of business. I think life is one of those things where we just figure it out as we go. There's no roadmap. We were never given an instruction manual, and we have to make mistakes. We have to go backwards. Sometimes takes 2 steps back to learn and to really go forward. Now, it's not going to be easy, but what I've also learned is the person that I've become in the process. I mean, I've started over. I've changed my career path and I'm in my mid to late 30s. And this is something that I'm very proud of doing because I have a lot of insight, I have a lot of lived experience, and I know who I am deep down inside. Now, wherever that takes me, whether it's my own speaking business, whether it's a clinical director of a program one day, whether it's doing both, whatever it is, I have to keep the faith that somehow, some way, it's all going to come together. Because when we start to lose hope and we don't understand why things are happening as they should, we start feeling overwhelmed. And that's when things don't line up as they should, because we're not putting out the same energy focus that we should be, or that's meant for us. Have you ever asked yourself, why aren't things happening? Well, perhaps it's not meant to happen. Perhaps you would be best taking a different direction. It doesn't always mean the idea is bad either, but sometimes we just need a different perspective, a different approach. So I'm saying this message not only for anyone who needs to hear it, but for myself, that I don't need to know all the answers right now, because I don't have it all figured out. But what I do know is that each and every day I decide to show up, and I put one foot in front of the other, and I do the best that I can with forward thinking that it's all going to work out. And I take the next step. I take those action steps. We have to take action, because if nothing changes, nothing changes.